I wish it had. Hey, I see my thing timer stop. Let's start all over again. This is for people, first-time home buyers, or anybody else. You need to fill out an application. Income is income. You need, if you're on Social Security or disability, you need a paper they send you in the month of December. If you get food stamps, that counts as income. Make sure you pay all your doctor bills and hospital bills. You contact USDA and they send you an application, which is 1 page. Then you send that in, they send you another application, which is about, I guess, 10 pages. That's when I was there, done. That was over 5 years ago. And you need to take first-time homebuyers course if you're a first-time homebuyer course. You get 3 vouchers. This is how it was when I applied. Your first voucher was 45 days. The second one was 30 days. Your third one is 30 days. After that, you might have to start over again. Knock on wood, I didn't. Also, you need a real estate agent that you know or somebody recommend to you. When you buy your house, you need what they call title insurance. Your real estate agent will tell you about that. And also, if you got a checking account, you need to set it up where USDA would take it out of your checking account, which they need a routing number and your bank account number, which they take out your house payment, which that goes into an escrow account. And it goes into an escrow account, and that pays for your property tax, your homeowner's insurance. You have to pay your homeowner's insurance up front the first year, which if you got a good insurance, that is included if you got a good insurance agent. Real estate agent. You do need that title insurance in case somehow it gets messed up down the line. You also need probably a survey to come out and see where your property lines are. That's what title insurance in case someone makes a mistake. Also, USDA, I guess they want you to live out in the country, but check with your local USDA office. They tell you where the homes is qualified. I got a heat pump. I heard bad stories about heat pump being $500 to $2,000 a month in the wintertime, which I can't make it on a fixed income. Your income counts as what you make a month. And also, if you get food stamp, also known as EBT, that counts as income. Any other income, we report that, because that's the government. They'll catch you. You got to take a first-time home buyers course. You can find one in your local neighborhood. Mine was community action. It was an 8 hours course. You could do it online, but you have to pay for it. You got to make 60 plus to pass. But it's better to go in person. They explain it to you more. They answer your questions. Okay, a country life, you got a septic tank. If you know about septic tanks, you put toilet paper in a garbage can with a bag in it next to your toilet. You don't flush TP down into your septic tank. Also, you want to look, when was the last time the septic tank pumped out? A good home inspector, if he or she knows what they're doing, will look for everything. If you want to see what a good home inspector is, go to Mike Holmes on YouTube. He's a good inspector. He got all the right tools. He got an infrared camera, see where you're losing your hot air, your cold air, and all this. He checks your wiring. He checks your furnace. He checks your heat pump. He checks everything. That's what you need, a good inspector that knows, he or she knows everything. Pepsi, I drink Pepsi, I'm going to get it up there. Pepsi Zero, because I'm a diabetic. I used to drink 100 cans, 100 cans a month. Now I cut that down in half. Pepsi's not a paid person on this video because I love Pepsi. Thank you, Pepsi Zero, for coming out with it. You got all kinds of other soft drinks out there. They got sugar-free, whatever you're right that you like to drink. But being a diabetic, I take metformin. I take Ozempic. I have lost over 61 pounds taking that Ozempic. It does work, but the fun thing about Ozempic, your food won't taste right. I'm letting you know about Ozempic. But I've cut everything down. I used to eat a loaf of bread a week, peanut butter sandwiches, bologna sandwiches, pizza, a whole lot of fast food. But since I got the Olympic, nothing tastes right. But that's part of being a diabetic. If you got diabetes, take care of yourself. The doctor I go to, she's a sugar doctor. You know, that's what she does up in Scottsburg, Indiana. She's a good doctor. If you got diabetes, see if your doctor specializes in diabetes. Some doctors don't. They're out to make money. And like I say, I had problems getting my voucher. Thanks to President Trump, I sent him an email telling him the problems I was having with my vouchers. I didn't think President Trump would get back to me. I have written other presidents, asked for help. Nothing. I didn't hear back. But President Trump emailed me back. I'm a Democrat. I didn't think he emailed me back. He did. He was sorry for my problems and what I went through living in Charlestown in a Pleasant Ridge subdivision. So within a week, I got an email back, and he said he sent it to the appropriate person. So a week later, I got a phone call from, I guess it was USDA in Indianapolis, Indiana. And I explained everything to him. Within a few days, I walked to the post office. There's my voucher. So I started going to these websites, you know, Zulu, Truett, Real Estate. There's a bunch of them you have to look at. You can look for your house. But you got to meet USDA guidelines. I wanted a house with a basement, icebox, stove, washer and dryer, a garage, shed, bathtub, shower, and all this. Well, knock on wood, I got a house, no basement but a crawl space, bathtub and a shower, kitchen stove, icebox, a washer and dryer, outside shed. I got about an acre of ground. Since I can't hardly do anything, I have people donate me some riding lawnmowers. The first one lasted about a year. And one of my other neighbors had a Troy built. Troy built, John Deere is not a sponsor of this video. And I still got that. I had to, change the oil, this and that. It needs a new drive belt. It needs a fuel pump. But when you're on a fixed income, you got to do with what you can do. People say, well, go to YouTube and you get paid for it. But I need 50 people before I can do live videos. But just take your time, believe in God. If you don't believe in God, it's okay. I watch a whole lot of videos. I watch RD on the Scene in Bakersfield, California. He also got Kern County Crime Watchers in Bakersfield. You got White Shirt Media in Bakersfield. They show you car wrecks, house fire, police pursuits, and a lot more. There's a whole lot of videos you can watch out there to learn. USDA puts video, VA puts videos, but the best one I came up with USDA. It's based on your income. I don't think you can beat it. You get better interest rate, better house payments by going through USDA. The banks wants to charge you an arm and a leg. If you do it right, just take your time. Make sure you got a good real estate. Check in your state, see what the rules is on buying the house. You can buy land. You can have a house built, but no more trailers, no swimming pools. But check with your state USDA and see what the rules is. You got to have title insurance. They might talk you out of it. All them stupid cats out horse playing didn't knock the speaker off of my radio. But I love cats. You need cats if you live in the country, especially outside cats. They catch some mice. And make sure you got a good inspector to go up there and look at your roof. Make sure they go up in the attic. Check, see if you got good insulation. See if your roof leaks. Make sure they check your wiring. Make sure you got an inspector who knows something about heat pumps / air conditioner. Make sure they know about septic tanks. Make sure they know stuff about your breaker box. And make sure you got good windows. Here's my bedroom window. It's a big picture window. I wish that was a bay window. That way I could set flowers in it. I do need help, but when you're on a fixed income, like I say, I got an acre of ground. I can't even use a push mower and a weed eater because of what my heart doctor says. I got to listen to them or I kick the bucket. If you don't know it, today's my birthday. Happy birthday to me. I'm single and all this. I'm over 65. My income is, I'm going to say around $100. It could be less, it could be more. But, count all your income. You know what your income is. Don't get in no hurry. Ask questions of your home inspector, your real estate agent. Make sure that your front door, back door, side door, whatever it is, make sure it's up to code. In case you get handicapped, I think the door is supposed to be 36 inches. Mine, I think, is 32 inches. I like to make my front door bigger. I like to build onto my house, but with my income, I can't. I like to have a garage where I can keep my car in in the garage for the winter time. Have my washer and dryer sit in the garage. Have what tools I got in the garage. Keep my lawnmower in the garage like a riding lawnmower. I like to have, like I said, these people is not my sponsor. A Kubota with a front end loader and a backhoe. And you got John Deere, which they're not a sponsor. A bucket and a backhoe. And maybe a rotary tiller on the back of it where I could get in, where I could do my garden. Since, my heart medical problems, I can't hardly do that. My mom and dad always raised 3 gardens, and they canned their food, and that's what we survive on during the wintertime, which you all know what you put into the food. When you get in your food at the grocery store, you don't know what you get. My grandpa always took his garbage like banana peels, potato peels, chicken bones, and stuff like that, and dug a hole and planted it in as your fertilizer. We had apple trees, we had applesauce, apple butter, apple pies. We also had pumpkin. We had pumpkin pie, all this. That's the good part about living out in the country. You can grow your own food. You can feed the birds. I put hummingbird feeders up. I got a whole lot of hummingbirds in this part of Indiana, which is southern Indiana, the county of Clark. But check with your USD in your state. But number one, make sure you got a good building inspector. He or she knows what they're doing. Some of them will lie to you. Look for mildew. Look for fresh paint. What are they covering up with fresh paint? Make sure your home inspector got a camera that can go down your pipe and check to see if everything's okay. Make sure you got an air vent for your sewer system or septic tank system, which I don't have, which the inspector missed that. But I did look at videos from this old house, and they show where you can buy this T section and put like a vent there. But like I say, I'm on a fixed income. Make sure your house is well insulated. Make sure your house is up to the code. You can buy a plug where you can stick in it. See if you got 2 lights, 3 lights, or 1 light. That means you're not grounded. Your code in your state is different from any other state. Make sure your plug, you got the 3 plug there. See if it's grounded. If it's not grounded, it's bad. Like I say, USD got a whole lot of rules. They do see what the house is worth, pass their inspection. The things you might have to fix. See if you got a home warranty with it. Some people won't, but be afraid of the homeowner's insurance you see advertised on TV. Some of them is bad. Check with your BBB people on your homeowner's insurance. Home warranty insurance, I meant to say. But like I say, just take your time, because the paperwork with the government, I have your hair pull out. Like I say, I like to have a Kubota tractor with a bucket and a backhoe where you can use a grater box or a rotary tiller, but I don't have a garage to put that in. So maybe a cab will help it keep it cleaner unless you have to buy a top. Thank you, Kubota, for the great tractors you put out, and I've seen people have Kubotas and John Deere, which these people are not sponsor of this video. Country life is good for you. You don't have all this air pollution. You might, if you live close to a farm, you might smell those cows, pigs, or whatever. But you will have raccoons. If you build a chicken coop, make sure you get the best wire, not this thin, cheap wire. You won't go with a tiny little square wire, which is heavy duty, because them raccoons is mean. I love fresh eggs, but I have to wait and buy the wire because the wire ain't cheap. But please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, your comment, share this video where I can get more people. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. The other video I'd done an update on about 20 minutes ago, where they came out yesterday, redone the gutter. They were short on the filter. They got to come out. They said a couple of days. I believe it when they show up. But leaf filter, they got another competitor. Do your research on those filters. But leaf filter to me is the best one I've saw. Be at home, watch them, ask questions. Ask them how you clean the debris off of it, like leaves. My wind comes out of the west. And I show you my early video, they had some of the stuff from the shingles, but I got to have a strong wind. And also people that live around Clark County, Scott County, if you need wood, don't ask me to cut it. I can't do it. I can't haul it. I can't split it. It's down on the ground. All you have to do is cut it. If you got a big chainsaw, wood split, the wood is free. If you need firewood, you live in Clark County, Indiana, Scott County, Indiana, or close counties close by, you can have the wood for free. Bring your chainsaw, any brush that there is. I ask you to pile it over on the wood brush pile. It's free. So, if you need wood, email me. I tell you where I live. The things I like to have, but I can't afford it. I know people's rich. I'm not asking you to buy it. Maybe you could donate it. I guess that'd be a tax write-off for a person who's handicapped but can't work. But a backhoe, I can use it. I can use the backhoe to clean the creek out. I got a creek in my backyard. It does flood sometimes, thanks to the state of Indiana. Before they put I-65, the neighbor said they had no problem, but they put I-65 in, I guess, back in the 60s. They made a creek. But, I need some fill-in dirt to raise my yard up 3 inches. I'm trying to get the state of Indiana NDOT to bring me some dirt. They plan to do some work out there on I-65. They're going to expand 65 from 2 lanes to 3 lanes on both sides. That means they have to redo the overpasses. But if you know anybody out there in Clark County or Scott County or neighborhoods that could bring free dirt, like I say, I don't have a tractor where I can spread it. That'd be nice. I could build my yard up. Back years ago, my dad was in charge of the Charlestown Cemetery. We had this truckloads and truckloads of this black dirt, which they use it for potting soil. That'd be good, but I don't have the money to have truckloads of that hard end for my garden, flower bed. I love flowers. because my mom always had a flower garden. I want to tell you about my father. He was a mason. I think the large number is 226. My mom was a grand organist. I guess that was Easter Star for the ladies' part of the Mason. You had Job daughters. I miss my mom and dad this Christmas. Dad died in 92. Mom died, I think, 2017. She was 101 years old. But I miss them. That's part of growing up. I miss my mom's cooking. I miss the help, because if Dad was alive, he'd tell me how to get help, stuff like that. But I think he told me through God to go with USDA. But I leave it up to you all. Kubota, I would love to have one of your tractors with a bucket, a backhoe, grater box, and a rotary tiller on the back of it. And another thing, I guess a grappling hook. And I also like to have a bigger chainsaw. Like I told you all, I'm on a fixed income. I love steel chainsaws. I need one better than 28 inches to cut that tree up, but, I can't do it. But I can always hire somebody to come out and use my chainsaw and do it. I got good neighbors. But like I say, I'm on a fixed income. I know there's a whole lot of people on fixed income. Let you know, John Deere is they got a place in Salisbury, Indiana, off of Highway 403. I think back when I was younger, I think it was Davis John Deere. I don't know what the name is. But I like to have a bigger shed where I could put something like a Kubota in to keep it out of the weather. If I don't, I have to go out and buy a tarp for it, which I don't know if Kubota has a tarp. You can cover it up in the wintertime. But it would help me out around my house. I'm not like these other guys that does YouTube. They get sponsors like Kubota, John Deere, and stuff like that. I just don't have the people on YouTube to do it. But I'm throwing them out possible, sponsors for the future. But I got a Kubota dealer, I say maybe around Clarksville, Salisbury area, and stuff like that. But I know I'm talking out my head, maybe not giving you the right stuff, but I'm asking you, do your homework, home buyers, even second-time home buyers. You might got screwed, sorry for that word, on your home inspector. Anybody who buys a house, before you buy a house, go to YouTube, look at Mike Holmes. He's an inspector. He knows what he's doing. I've learned quite a bit watching his videos. He got the equipment to do the home inspector job right. The other home inspectors don't really look for this. They don't tell you. Some of them lies to you. You might have mildew. When you go to look at the house, see if it got a new paint job. What are they covering up? You can buy these little plugs you stick into your plugs to show you if it's grounded or whatever. Buy one of them for you. Another thing, home buyers, even first-time home buyers, this might cost you a little money. Change your locks on your homes. If you live out in the country or buy a house out in the country, there's plenty of homes around my neighborhood if you live in Indiana. Buy yours some cameras. You can go to Harbor Freight. They're not a sponsor of this video. I got cameras set up to keep an eye on the property. You can get up to 8 cameras. Find ones that you got audio that you can record audio. That'll help you in the long run. Videotape stuff. That'll help you out. And also to keep the thieves out. But don't tell people you got video cameras. Some people put signs up letting them know. That's okay. But thieves knows how to get around those video cameras. But it'll protect you. Put one on your porch. Put one over your garage. Put one out for your backyard, side yard, so-and-so. And doorbell cameras works. If you got a garage on the house that you're going to buy, get a motion detector light. It comes on when people comes on, say on your electric bill. You might want to put solar panels out. Look into that. See if your house got cable. Well, I got cable room, but you know how much cable is. Look for a good outside antenna. Run your coax cable like they do for your internet. Put it up on maybe a push-up pole, unless you can afford a tower. And have a rotary where you can turn around to the area. Also, they have what they call a preamp. Put a preamp that brings your signal up. You get a whole lot of local stations. If you get internet, just get the Wi-Fi. And you get a smart TV, you get Pluto TV, you get Freevee, you get a bunch of them, you don't have to pay for them. You get YouTube on it. Look at that. There's a whole lot of things you can do. Save your money. First thing to do when you get paid, pay your bills. And what's left you can spend, but you need a budget to live on. Live off of that budget. That's what I do. I got about 20 outside cats I'm feeding. I buy them milk. I get some hot water, put milk in it, and makes it 2%. They do that. Dry cat food. Well, I was buying at another place. I was buying 88 pounds of cat food. They raised their price. I went to Rural King. I buy 80 pounds, which it saves me some money, but you count the gas to drive maybe 8 miles more to get it, are you really saving gas? I don't know. But they love that food. If you got inside cats, Tractor Supply got what they call horse pellets. It's pine scented. You can use that for cat litter, but to get a cat started in it, you put a little bit of cat litter in it and get it. You know how cat litter is when you got them in the house, you smell your cats. But that does make the house smell better. If you can afford it, you get that cat robot, whatever they call it. They get in it, you use cat litter, and it dumps it into a container when it rotates, which I don't have one. But just take your time. Don't get in no big hurry. Buying a house, it'll get to you. It's a whole lot of headaches. You see, I don't have any hair. Because I want that leaf filter. I know they got a competitor, but I didn't like the way it does the rain we get. Leaf filter, since I had it done pretty good, but let's see when the leaves come back and when they fall off. Because like I say, today's my birthday. I'm too old to be climbing a ladder. with my medical problems. I get dizzy sometimes. So just take your time. Check with your local USD office. They'll help you out. See if they got a class like Community Action did, which, check with your people. People like helped you out on your electric bill, gas bill. They would know if there's a first-time home buyer class. Take that to save you some money. It lasts about 8 hours. You use those sites that you could download on your phone or computer. You look at homes in your neighborhood. Also, when I bought my house over 5 years ago, no swimming pools, no trailers. They weren't stick homes. And for your safety of your family, you might want to look for a basement. Look for leaks in the basement. You can buy the land. You can have a house built. But check with USDA. They got rules you have to follow on your land, on building a house, your contractor. You might want to look at spray insulation, maybe a heat pump. Some people don't like heat pump, but living out in the country, you might have to go with LP. And like I say, heat pump I love. You don't smell that gas. You don't smell the LP. It's comfortable. Make sure the window, maybe look at your window. See if it's double pane. Is it easy for you to clean for an old couple, young couple? Make sure you have it surveyed and find out your 4 corners of your property. Do a property research. I think your real estate agent would do that. Also, make sure you get your title insurance. You probably might need it in the future, but it saves you on attorney fees. And living out in the country is good. I've been a city boy. But click and subscribe, like, share it, tell your friends about this video. If you know anyone that being first-time home buyers, have them come here. And people, I want you to share it with your friends. I know you got a whole lot of friends out there that's first-time home buyers. Share it. I hope I educate you. I might miss some things. But make sure, number one, make sure you got a good inspector. Ask questions. See if they got the right tools. See if they got the infrared cameras to see any heat losses that go out. Make sure they go up in the attic. See if there's any water leaks. Make sure they got those video cameras they can send down into your sewer lines. Make sure you got an air vent and make sure it's clean. Just do your homework. Look at Mike Holmes on YouTube. He's an inspector. He'll teach you what you need to look for. I'm not promoting him. He's not a sponsor. But I like his inspections. I learned quite a bit. I found some mistakes in my house. But like I say, look and see. That way you know what to look for. See if your house is freshly painted. What are they hiding? Check, your inspector should check, see if you got an air vent that comes through your roof. Also, some of you like fireplaces. Well, check with your insurance. Some of them don't allow it because they're a fire hazard. And if you see one, make sure it's double wall pipe for fire safety. Make sure it's cleaned out every year. Ask the homeowner on a septic tank, when's the last time it cleaned it out? You also country life people are not a country life. They got something they call Red X. You dump in there once a month. When you first buy the house, you might want to dump 2 boxes in because you don't know what the people did before you. And also, check with your neighbors if they got septic tank. They know a septic tank person that'll come out and pump it out, which I don't know what the fee is. I heard so many stories, anywhere from $300 to $500. If you got a good septic tank, they check your ladder lines. They check the clean out. They do everything. If you can afford it, they got this outside generator, which it either runs on gas or LP. You might want to look into that. But if it's LP, you're either going to have to buy your LP tank or rent an LP tank, unless you have electricity when the lights goes out. It depends on how much money there is. I don't know if USDA will cover something like that. That's something to look into. But just take your time. Ask questions. Ask questions from your USDA in your state. So, like I tell you all on here, I like to have a Kubota tractor with a bucket, a backhoe, maybe a grappling hook, and a rotary tiller, but I don't have a garage to put that in. I don't have the money to build one to keep it in, but it's just a thought. You can see where my dreams go. So today is December the 28th, 2023. I want to thank you for watching. There's one of my kitty cats in the window. I don't know which one it is, but she's a pretty... Well, that's Margaret. I named her after my late mother. She's a good mama cat. But I love cats. But one thing, if you live out in the country, you're going to have animals. You're going to have mice. You need some outside cats to catch those mice. A few inside cats won't be bad. You probably get a few mice in the house, which I do every once in a while, but my mice catcher catches them and kills them and eats them. But I hope I try to answer some of your questions. I probably missed something of my age. I cover, your application, your income, your vouchers, where to look for a house, what apps to download, credit report, make sure you pay your doctors and hospital. I think they look at bankruptcy, so I don't know what the years on that is, but you can be married or you can be single. If you're on a fixed income, you got to have your paperwork on that you get in December show you what your income is. If you get food stamps, other EBT, that counts as income. They like to know how much you get a month. But make sure, people, you get title insurance. It saves you down in the long run. I got it. In case there's mess up on a survey or stuff like that. But check USD rules if they cover to buy a house in the country or in the city. Most cities is no. Country life is okay. if you can cut grass, get you an acre. I don't know how many acres you can get through USDA. You have to ask him that question. So I want to thank you. Help and hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Make your comments. I want to thank Kubota Unofficial not being a sponsor, and John Deere, Steel, Pepsi, they're not a sponsor. But I like Kubota tractors. You know, they say, do you need a mower deck for it? No, since I got a riding lawnmower, that'll do just fine. I need a bucket and a backhoe because there's some work I could do. I need a grappling hook. That'll pick up some of the stuff since I'm not able to. Also, I like some good dirt, which I can't pay for, where I can fill my yard in. I show videos of it later when it rains real good. Show you how my property floods. That's thanks to the state of Indiana and INDOT before they built I-65. Didn't have that problem. They built 65. That water has to go someplace, but I should, they said that's not their problem. INDOT, I say it is. There was no problem here from what I hear the neighbors talk about until you built I-65. And it covers flooding on my property thanks to you all in INDOT. I think you all should bring the dirt and kind of raise it up about 3 inches. Since you're going to be working on the I-65, go from 4 lanes to 6 lanes, you're going to build a bigger overpass and this and that and buy property. You can use some of that dirt and stuff like that. I wish you all would fix it. But the last time I talked to you, an email said that's not your problem. It is your problem because you built the creek when you built I-65 in Clark County where I live. You flooded my property. Back when I was young, county and state used to clean their ditches out. And city used to clean the creeks out, clean their pipe out. Well, on 31, it floods because you all don't clean your ditches out like you used to. That's your all fault that you don't clean the ditches out. I wish you'd go back the way it was and clean out your ditches. If anybody got any dirt they want to get rid of, you can email me or post it in a comment if you live in Clark, Scott, surrounding county. I don't have the money to do that. I don't have a Kubota tractor where I could spread it, but it sure would help. But like I say, I'm on a fixed income. I can't afford no more payments. I would do updates on a Kubota tractor like I've seen other people do, like the Arms family, the Morgans, how other people, and Tractor Time with Tim. That's a whole lot of videos I watch. I learn quite a bit. But that's one I like. I like a Kubota. I like orange. Green, I'm not too fond of green. I like blue, but I like the Kubota tractor. But a static transmission, I'd rather have a regular transmission. But you take what God gives you. So thank you all who's not my sponsors. But thank you all for any donations. I'm not asking, but I know there's people worse shape than I am. And I've always been told that's a tax write-off, which I'm no tax person. But when you're living on a fixed income, You see what those Kubota tractors cost? I can't afford it. I can't even afford the payments. So God has something planned for all of us. If you don't believe in God, that's your right. But I put my faith into God to help me out on my property and my finance problems. So hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. If you want to donate, you can donate. I got a post office box, which you want to send money orders, post office box money orders, you can do that. I give that to you. It's Post Office Box number 1, Charlestown, Indiana, 47111. If you want to donate. And like I say, until I get 50 plus people, last time I checked, I had 7 subscribers. I need 43 more where I can do live video. I can do more. I can show you inside my house, but I got to clean that up. I can do more on the outside. But what I was told on video to do it horizontal. But the one I posted this morning, it was vertical, but I done it horizontal. Maybe it's my cell phone. I got an iPhone, but maybe I'm doing something wrong. That's how come I asking for help. That's how come I sent RD on the scene an email. I might have to send him another one. I might done it wrong, so I did it again and see. I might have to go with a GoPro. And then people had, ouch, that cat, which one was it? It was Blackie. And use a GoPro. Then you have to tell me how to do a GoPro, which, you know, I looked the prices of the GoPro, but I don't know how to do the live video. I might have to download it to my laptop, which I got an HP laptop. I do have, thanks to RD on the scene, was it Prison? I got that downloaded. So that might work out, but like I say, I'm a rookie. I know everybody that do live streams, they started out a rookie. They got help from people like you. I'm asking for your help. Tell me what I'm doing wrong and stuff like that. You know, all the help is appreciated. I'm a guy over 65 years old. I'm a senior citizen. I'm a veteran. I got medical problems. There's things I can't do. I don't want you to feel sorry, but I pray to God to help me through my life. I'm single. Do I want a girlfriend? No, the last one I had was a drug addict. No. You got to have your own car where you can take yourself to work. You know, I wash the clothes. I do need a new washer, but I can't afford one of them. That's how come I went to YouTube where things I can buy. I don't know how YouTube pays you, but maybe RD on the scene can answer my questions. I don't know how long it takes. He's a hard-working young man in Bakersfield, California. People go to RD on the scene. Look at his videos. There's a whole lot of people in Bakersfield, California that do live video streams. So I've been on here 54 minutes. It's time to stop and upload it to YouTube, which it takes a while for my cell phone, but I got Wi-Fi, but it does take a while. So God bless you. Thank you for your input. Your help is appreciated. If you all know RD on the scene, pass him this video. He's not he's a good person. He's not one of my sponsors, but I love his video. Thank you, RD on the scene, for your video. Thank you, White Shirt Media in Bakersfield. And I think the other one is Bravo. You got a bunch of them throughout California. You got a few in Indiana. You got a few in other states. But I hope I helped you out. Maybe I put too much in it. So God bless you and good afternoon.